Thank you, viewers all over the world, for joining me. Big jubilation right now, because you can see the mood of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court. He's celebrating his lawyers. He was very happy, he was excited. More lawyers join Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legal team today in court. Yes, of course. Men mouth. If you want to fight the Odogu, if you want to fight the Biafra king, if you want to fight the Biafra president, you have to be ready and be sure of what you are doing. Money is not the problem of Biafrans. The lawyers on ground is more than the federal government lawyers. Go make your research. It's not here, maybe I come here, oh, you are making out. Go and make your research. I want to show you the video, evidence, what makes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be jubilating now. You can see the way he's shaking the lawyers and be happy. Please, I will show you the video in a few minutes from now. If today is your first time of joining me, please kindly subscribe to this channel, on your notifications, share this video. Yes, and let me use this opportunity to thank as many of you who have been in support, in kind, in sharing my video, in liking, in subscribing to this channel. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your love. Yes, of course, we will continue preaching this gospel truth that the injustice being done to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need to be stopped. The injustice, the marginalization against the Igbo need to be stopped if we want this country to move forward. Yes, of course, as I keep saying it on this channel, that the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be complete. Even if today that Justice Omotosho deliver his judgment and say, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not guilty, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going home, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu charge federal government to pay Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for holding them for unlawful over to 2 years without any evidence and all that. I will not still be satisfied with the judgment until Buhari himself, the Malami, been tried. Why did they kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why did they have to decode him for a long period of time without any evidence against this young man? I will not be free. Because you can't tell me that people like Malami, people like Buhari are enjoying their life, moving freely, are still using the resources, taxpayers' money. Do you know how much they pay as president? And keeping a man who have not done anything. His people now, Boko Haram, have destroyed this country as we speak. Today, people cannot eat as a result of the work of the Boko Haram, what they are doing in the north. Because the farmers cannot go to farm, to go and farm. Those Boko Haram now, they now charge a community in the north for them to contribute millions of naira before they can access their farm. And such many people cannot access their farm. Many IDP camp now, many of them have been frustrated from their community. They cannot go into farm. Buhari and Malami and his men who orchestrated the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya should be tried. Yes, that's what we are demanding. Of course, you can see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legal team, the way they confronted the DSS, even the spokesperson of DSS who came to court, he doesn't even know what he's doing. He says it's not aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is kidnapped over 5 years. He's being held by DSS for over 5 years. Can you imagine a spokesperson to DSS? That is to tell you that these people are not fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These people are unleashing the hatred they have against the Igbos. Nothing anybody want to tell me. That's why I tell you people that any Igbo man, all these Igbo Southeast governors, all these Igbo leaders who are fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are a fool. Yes, if you scrutinize them, most of them, they are not really Igbo. They are Fulani in disguise. Most of them are being pregnanted by these Fulani during the Biafra war soldiers. They are not. Come to think of it, the Hope Uzodinma who brought the APC to the southeast, he want to turn Imo to Islamic State, do everything. Where is the Hope Uzodinma today? The word, the prophet himself have said, he said, go and serve the zoo and come back with shame. Where is Hope Uzodinma today? Is anybody making measure of a Hope Uzodinma? Even in APC or in Nigeria? The same thing Hope Uzodinma is doing in Imo State now. That Hope Uzodinma, right now as we speak, Hope Uzodinma now said he has paid over 2.something billion for jihad, for people who are going to Mecca. Who does that? Who does that? Whereas many Igbo men are hungry, many Igbo men need just 100,000 to support their business, but you have this money to go and give these people to go to Mecca. You are inviting these people to your land to come and take over your land. This is an abomination. And history will also speak for this Hope Uzodinma, because everything he's doing today is written down, it's been recorded against him. Even after he leave this world, his children will definitely pay for this evil they are doing in Biafra land. Please share this video.
Biafra Evangelist, thank you for joining me this afternoon. Viewers, depending on wherever you are, whether in the morning, whether in the afternoon, please, if this is your first time, subscribe to this channel on your notifications. Biafra Evangelist, joy to Biafrans all over the world, in US, everywhere. Everything is working together for good for Biafrans. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu
those who love the Lord.
out. Yes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out in the month of May. What do you have to say to this joyful news?
O nwere ihe o mere nje nye ya ekele ayaya. O nwere ihe o mere nje nye ya ekele. O nwere ọrụ ọrụrụ nje nye ya otuto. O nwere ọrụ ọrụrụ nje nye ya. Asị m nye ya ekele, ọ bụ onye obiọma. O nwere ihe o mere nje nye ya ekele. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the great leader, the prophet of our time, the leader, the Moses of our generation. And I remember I humble said that Biafran evangelist. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. He said that he's coming out soon. And coming out is not just coming out, it's coming out to shame and to disgrace those Fulani leaders in Igbo land who claim to be the governors and the Igbo leader in person of Hope Uzodinma, Soludo, Pitamba, and Wifuru. Those ones that don't want him, and stupid Wike, the FCT minister, that don't want him to come out.
Is Wike among of those who are
Wike is among the people who finance it, who sponsor it, and shame the Oba families who never wanted him, who sponsored the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me tell you, and let me tell you clearly, the handwriting is already on the wall, and it is written all over everywhere. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has conquered Nigeria, as he said. He said, I will bury. I am the one. He said, the suffering of my people will end in me, and I will be the one to end Nigeria. And that is what is happening. Same to Nigeria.
The Biafra Evangelist, everything is working together for good for Biafra.
For Biafrans now, because we stand on the truth and we are the light.
In US right now, USB Constitution has been approved by Donald Trump. This is the rejoice that in US, Dr. Rabweze and his people in US now they are doing.
Rabweze is doing the job that others could not do. What others fail is what she is doing. What others fail is what she has done. What others could not do is what she has finalized. You know, these other ones, what they plotted was to destabilize what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has labored for, what Simon Ekpan has suffered for. Because they are agents of darkness. They are partnering with Nigeria. You know, Nigeria, the meaning of Nigeria means darkness. And the meaning of Biafra means light. We are the light of the African, the Biafra. We are the light of the people in the South. We are the light in the West Africa. We are the light in the North Africa. We are the light in the East Africa. And we are the light of the South Africa. We are the light. The only country whereby people like Donald Trump will be eager to visit. Have you ever seen somebody look at Rory of Burkina Faso? Look at that young man. Do you know what he said? He said that he would like to have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as soon as he is released. That is a man who knows that he has somebody. That person like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a person of his like mindset. Because the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the freedom of all. I'm telling you now that the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the freedom of all. Not just only the Igbos, not just the Biafra, but Africa as a whole. Because The light that is in that young man, nobody carries it, not even Donald Trump. And that is why somebody like Donald Trump is embracing the grace. See, let me tell you, I want to talk about grace. There are people that carry grace. It's not by science. It's not by education. God give it to them. It doesn't, not because they merit it, not that. It was a free gift from the Lord. God gave it to them. And whosoever that have encounter with them encounters special things. So Donald Trump has seen the light, the grace that is in that young man. He decided to embrace it. Donald Trump saw the light that will shine in Biafra. He himself want to embrace it. Who know like better thing? If na you nko, the same protein Russia that bombed Biafra is now celebrating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, embracing Biafra. The same British that don't want Biafra to stand are the ones that are washing their hands now that they cannot do anything in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Onye karere mmadụ karịrị chi ya.
Biafra evangelist, let's go to Finland, where Samuel Ekpan is battling it with the government of Finland. As I speak to you now, the Prime Minister of Finland now is like, he has betrayed Samuel Ekpan. The Nigerian government has used Samuel Ekpan as a trade provider with Finland. And the Finland citizens, and they are not even happy with the man.
Of course. How do you expect them to be happy? A man that have given all to the country, a man that have given his life and served all his life to the country. Do you know what it means to control battalion? To be a commander in the military? This is a man you turn back and you turn him down, you disrespect him, you disregard him, and you do not value his humanitarian interest nor right in your country. See, when you don't know, you don't like somebody, why did you welcome him as a citizen? When you know that you cannot protect this person or you don't like this person, why do you allow him to become your citizen? Why do you approve him as a citizen?
Everything went wrong for Samuel Ekpan. It's the very day Kachim Shettima meet the Prime Minister in UK. And even after that, Samuel Ekpan said he trusts his president, that his president cannot compromise. But it's as if we don't know what Shettima and Nigeria government.
The president has compromised because he's a human. You know, I said it earlier that the only thing that can make Finland not to succumb, you know, with what Nigeria want to use to buy them over is integrity, discipline, and policy. Out of which Alexander Stubb has proven to me that he doesn't have integrity. He is not a disciplined person, and he doesn't have a word of. He's not a man enough. That is what he has proven to me, and that is what he has proven to the USD. For taking the side of Nigeria, he shows that he's incompetent. He's an immobile person. It's not reliable and it's not trustworthy. It's not somebody we should have confidence in. Just like a former Kenyan president.
Biafra evangelist, do you think that Biafrans will take this Finland Prime Minister to ICT to go and report to ICT?
Excuse me, Simon Ekpan, once as soon as the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case is done and dusted, from now to May, everything will be settled. And of which I want to tell you this. You can call it a prophecy, and I don't care. Let me tell you, the court cannot free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not come through courts. But it will come as a result of negotiation at the backyard. You will hear say they remove it, they release him. It will not come through court. And I am telling you again that the case of Samuel Ekpan will be after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case is settled. They no born and well again to keep that young man. Because he's a man who committed no crime. Why should you detain him? Why are you disturbing his life? If you know that you cannot grant him safety, why did you give him the car, the passport, the guarantee and what it takes to be a citizen in your country, even to the point of handling the military position in your country for so many years? And now belonging to the same political party, of which they on the platform that today you are standing as a governor, as a prime minister, the president of a nation. You understand? So, but I'm happy that the party members, the people are now standing up. They are rising now against the prime minister, protesting, campaigning for the, freedom, total freedom of Simon
So,
Ekpa.
Biafra evangelist in 30 seconds as we go. What is the expectation? What is the mood of Southeast right now? Hearing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out very soon.
The mood, the excitement is much, because we know it that at the end of the day, by the time it comes out, like I said before, freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the freedom of all.
Thank you so much. Freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the
Freedom of all.
Thank you. We look forward to having you next time again.
Biafra evangelist. We are still on the Uromi issue because currently we are seeing on the page of a major national daily where they are talking about the untold story. Because from what we are seeing there, he's saying that those people who were disalived, that the vigilante identified some of them as kidnappers. So they are still insisting that they are hunters. And of course, you look as if there are so many untold stories about this.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Wherever you're watching us from, I remember Humble said that Biafran evangelist. That will always end my view in the point of truth. Now they are seeing them and they call them before hunters and they say they're done gone. Whereas they were handling AK-49, hanging it here.
No, they say it's then gone.
And they say it's then gone. What do you expect them to do or to say? Definitely they will give it a name in order to localize and to minimize the fact that you don't supposed to lay hand on them. Okay. To discredit and to disregard the reason. You understand? That the people are giving and leveling against them. And let me tell you, you say you are a hunter. Has bush you finish in the north? That is number one. Number two, the place you travel to go and hunt, is the governor of the state aware of your arrival with a gun to come and hunt? Are you registered? Is the government of the state aware of your hunting? Do you have the license?
That is this our River State because they said they were coming from Port Harcourt.
I'm asking, let's ask Wike now.
No, it's not Wike, it's not the governor.
The former governor, because I don't believe that they just traveled to River State recently. That means they might have been in River State for years. So we should ask Wike if Wike give them license to hunt in River State. Or maybe Fubara too. At least Fubara has served like 2 years now. You understand? And I believe Fubara should be aware so if such a thing do exist in River State. You understand? It should as well, come out and clarify it. And let me tell you, these people are hunters. I agree. You know why I agree? I agree that they are hunters. But what are they hunting? That is the question. Somebody says a hunter, good. What are you hunting? Because we have different type of hunters. We have hunters that hunt for animal. We have hunters that hunt for women. We have hunters that are hunting for people's life. And we have hunters that are kidnappers. Their own is to kidnap and collect money. While some are to rape, while some are to kill, while some are to destroy. They are all hunters.
Okay, as somebody talking to you now, Biafra evangelist, who come from an area where the essence of Fulani military has always been at the highest level. How do you think they can curtail the essence of the Fulani military? Because as we speak, people in Benue are crying out. People in Taraba are crying out. People in Plateau are crying out.
Listen and listen good. There is something that El-Rufai is saying. He said that if not for the Easterners, and he made mention to be precise, the Igbos, that they would have succeeded in Islamizing this country. And let me tell you, when you come to Urome, 30 to 40% of the people that occupy that area were Igbos. And there is no 100% of them having the assurance that when they come, or if they should reinforce and come as they have promised, that they are going to gain victory. And I want to use this opportunity to say something concerning this. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu can send marching order because of what happened to the Fulanis in Urume, I want to remind him, Mr. President, in case he did not know or he has forgotten, and I want to tell him now that there are 9 in number now in Enugu State, which these Fulanis have killed. As I speak to you, as at yesterday, there should be a marching order as well against the Fulanis. And the government should as well compensate the people in Enugu. And as I speak to you too, the crying of the people in Plateau have rise to 60-something now. In Plateau State, to 60-something now.
That's the death toll.
Yes, the death toll. The Nigerian government, in person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should as well send marching order too against the Fulanis over what they are doing in Plateau.
To hunt the killers.
You understand? So those killers need to be hunted and they need to be what? Captured. And the people, those people must compensate these families the same way they are desiring and demanding for compensation. So it is the time for Atiku to rise up and reho. It is the time for Sanusi. It is time for Emir Sanusi or whatsoever he called himself.
That's the Emir of Kanu.
Emir of Kanu. It is the high time that, what is it called? The other one, El-Rufai. And Muhammadu Buhari and the rest to rise up now and cry because those people need to bring to book. If somebody like Okoro of Bini can carry 30 persons to Abuja, even see on that, promise to compensate. The families in Enugu need compensation. The families in Plateau State need compensation. The Plateaus in Benue need compensation. Are you hearing me? They need compensation and something has to be done. So if nothing happens, they should expect mass devastation, massive chemical sending to the Fulanis.
No, let us not resort to threat. But
it is no matter if they themselves have right to threat. We have right to threat back.
So let us leave the
you people should stop this. You, the journalists.
Let me bring in this question. Because as we speak, we have a situation where
they do not hang their life on air. As I go by, then I go by too.
There's an outside youth that gave a threat, an ultimatum to even the president that if the killers of those 16 Northerners are not brought to book,
okay,
that all the southern part of the country, nobody will be exempted in the case of, in the event of revenge.
Good and fine.
Okay.
Good and fine. He now is raising threats. And Mr. President kept quiet. Sidious Musa kept quiet. IG kept quiet. Attorney General kept quiet. What are we saying? Then if he believes that he has the right to issue warning, and I'm issuing that warning, if he say, Peking will say mama no go sleep, you prepare for night vigil. That's it. If you say your mama no go sleep, you say prepare for night vigil.
Then again, as a man of God, let me bring in this angle. Because the same boy, or the same man, or the same man was very vocal that they cannot be comparing the issue of Deborah with this northern northern youth. That, according to him, I strongly disagree with anyway, that Deborah caused her death by blasphemy against Muhammad.
Excuse me, how did Deborah blaspheme against Muhammad? How? They made mention of Jesus Christ. Abi, the girl, young girl, the student, is it not that student?
Yes.
Who made mention of the name of our Lord Jesus Christ? How did she blaspheme? Who is Muhammad to come to think of it? Is Muhammad a living God? Muhammad is not a living God and he can never be one. He pie just like where me and you go pie one day. Just like this, when the same way Fulani people they pie people, the same way they pie Fulanis, the way they die, now so Muhammad died. And let me tell you, there is something else. That's why I don't like them talking like this angle. Our Lord Jesus Christ died. After 3 days, he resurrected as a living God. When Muhammad died, the Muhammad resurrected. Waiting by Muhammad the either. Now pig kill him. Baba, do your findings. I'm telling you nothing but the truth, which the earth is aware. Heaven is aware. It's a living God. They themselves know. Now pig kill Muhammad. So why should I give attribute to Muhammad? Who is Muhammad?
Okay, now, away from that, let us now look at the issue of Fulani military that is unabating, because we saw their excesses in Bayelsa recently. We saw one in Delta. Of course, they have protected the hand of an Okada rider in Delta State, in Ugeli or so, or Sapler to be precise. And in Plateau, as we are speaking, a serious issue is happening there. Benue, the same thing. Southwest, we saw how the Abateku raised 2,000 men to comb the southwestern forest as a way of dislodging them. We have seen the current Director General of DSS coming out to say clearly that what we need as a people, as a country, is community policing in order to be able to start repelling these invaders who come in
I disagree with that DSS chairman. I disagree with him. State police cannot solve anything.
Community policing.
Community police cannot even solve anything.
What will solve it?
The only thing that will, the only solution to solve and to cover this mess is everybody stand up and defend yourself.
The same thing he's saying, but it has to be through some arrangement.
Some arrangement so that if Fulani will buy you, you will not be able to buy.
No,
they will give you a condition. That is the way of Nigeria. And that is why when you buy them, they will rise up. That's why they are talking and you still talking.
But
they are buying in Plateau. They are buying in Plateau. What did the Muhammadu Buhari and what is it called? This president will not president governor government.
Senator Bola Tinubu.
Bola, which is senator? Who give a senator? Waiting the Senate there. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what is he doing? What is he doing?
That will be decent with our words.
No, excuse me. There is an extent of which I can tolerate some certain things.
But you try to moderate yourself.
I am moderating it the same way that themselves are moderating their own. That is the way I give it to them.
Try to be decent with your words.
Okay, I am decent.
So the question
I am decent, and I am decent in a sense that the Plateau killing, over 60 of them now, must be brought to book. They should bring it to book. If Bola Ahmed out of 16 that they kill in Urome, if he can send soldiers, Bola Ahmed Tinubu should double it in Plateau against the Fulanis. Bola Ahmed Tinubu should move it again, the marching order, to the 7 persons which that they buy in Enugu State. One of them was the youth leader. So what are we saying? In Sapele, who buy those ones in Sapele, to be precise? Not be Fulani. See, you people, the journalists and Nigerian government should stop giving the... Many of you that are in the South, it is time to... See, who are they? How many are they, sir? According to your bonnet, is Fulani hire plenty past Nigeria? How many of them? Higher, they are like 3 million. If there are plenty, let's say 10 million. And how many are we in general?
The question is, how can Nigeria as a government, Nigeria as a people, overcome the essence of this Fulani?
Baba, I said, give me that power, that position. I tell you, I will put them to where they belong. And that is why they are afraid of Igbo man. Because they know that the only person, the only people that will put them where they belong is an Igbo man. That's why they are afraid of them.
Because the former
give me a room, I tell you, they're not going to cough.
The former president Muhammad Buhari made it clear that they come from Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, because you know we have porous borders. So they come in through all those porous borders and they come into Nigeria to wreak havoc.
My brother, let us be sincere. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man that we expected that at least now is not a Fulani, that he should be able to cover some things. But I see Bola Ahmed Tinubu selling the South to the Fulanis because of selfish interest which he had concerning 2027. Of which after 2027 he will still come down. What are we saying? This was the mistake that Awolowo did. This was the mistake that the Gowon did. Which Gowon is telling me that Awolowo is no longer alive to witness all this. Just the same way Gowon is witnessing it now. Gowon is crying every night and day, regretting his action in fighting Biafra. Because the people he believes that they are together are the one killing his brothers. Generation. his nations. They are the one. I said today now as I speak to you, go and check it. It's over 60. Who are the people buying them? Fulanis.
I think this is a good place to let it go. This is a development story. We hope to have you next time.
God bless you.
This is Southern Media and Mr. Matu.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I Biafran Evangelist.